we're going to drop it a minute going forward. Make weekly strategy. Did I not use that again? Oh, a 2-week duration. Alright, looks like everyone's going to be healthy coming into this game. Wait, what does it mean, mini game? Oh, we have mini games we can play with these people? I did not know that. I really did not know that.
Here we go, set. Red 38. Set. Here we go. Ready. Ready. Set. Down. Hut, hut. Let's go. Hut, hut. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Set. Set. Hut. Here we go. Here we go. Hut. Ready, ready. Yellow 22. Set. Come on, set. 52 blue. Ready. Set, hut. Black 90. Ready.
Oh, lame. I ain't gonna do it again. We're gonna do it one time.
Here we go, set. Yellow 43. Set. Down. 45. What? Ready? Set. 60 red. Ready.
still think he's going to be a good receiver in the league. I am never going to be able to pronounce his name. Uomanamani. Well, if we get us catching in traffic, good. They do have that good tight end.
The temperatures outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. On the visiting sideline, a look there at the Carolina head coach. This guy's falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. His counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season.
Alrighty, I can get started now. Man, I need to get some music in this game.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go from Glendale. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, Very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
That last run got 4. So here comes 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. Catch made by Feeling. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Panther first down.
Ready. 10 flat. Ready.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down. Because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I know I have a screenplay around here. There it is.
On the set. Ready.
Back to the air, it's Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard.
Oh, he broke
He's still
free.
on his feet. And he will get into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. That his first touchdown of the new year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can...
Let's take a look at this. I'm actually surprised I got that. Like, I cut in. Did, like, their safety just help me out? Oh, wait, can I take pictures?
Create explosive plays in the run game. You're definitely going to take it, and they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
The kick is good. Makes the score Panthers 7, Cardinals nothing. Sam Martin.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Greg Dortch. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019, the 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more.
Let's go.
First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
Let's go.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only 1 play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and Now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Now right to add the extra point. The kick is good. Panthers move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get going with their second possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a game. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Cardinals.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down. A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's Harrison in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
On the handoff, it's Connor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Play action. It's Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 34.
It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And
He looks like a toddler running.
3. What a run.
It's a gain of 30.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Murray keeping it himself, and this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 3.
From a little further back, here's second and goal.
5-yard line.
They put Wilson in motion. Murray now on set, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. This one is complete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's fourth down.
It's now 4th down and goal.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Cody Simon in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready. Blue.
Run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And this will be a Panthers first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards and back-to-back first downs.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll run. It's Etienne. He steers clear. The first tackler working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. Look at play action with Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun. Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter.
And I really don't like how quiet it gets.
Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Black 40. Ready.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Cody Simon in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6.
24-yard line.
Ready. Set.
On play action, Young. Pushed out to his right. He runs with it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Down. 45. Wide. Ready.
And he'll take it on in. Xavier Legette. Touchdown, Panthers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
Why is it so
Dortch
quiet?
now to
Where's the
return it.
crowd noise?
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cards offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. you just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, they're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, they're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know what Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder when those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because
there's Marvin Harrison.
In the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals.
God is the father of my
Well, that
favorite
is a
receiver
step
of all time.
in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
21. Cardinals 10.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it. And now, after that last play, the challenge flag is out, and we will get a review right here. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. So that challenge, a successful one. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young.
Oh, we got it.
To the right, caught by Sanders. It's a gain of 10 yards.
That surprised me.
It's good for a Panther 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
On 1st down, it is Hubbard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Set, hut. Blue 32. Hut, hut.
Young to throw on first down. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Set, ready. Set.
Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
For the Carolina field goal. A 41
Wright's kick is good.
is good.
And the Panthers are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passport. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in South. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. They'll run it on first down with Connor. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10. They go play action for Murray. Forced out wide. He's going to run it. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Murray. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third down.
Murray on third down. And he's going to run out of time.
The rookie
They get
gets
to him
sacked.
and bring him down.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball.
Did that count as a stack? Yeah.
Effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game that's been full of them.
So on fourth down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Back deep, it's Raheem Blackshear.
That is a perfect
that is terrific.
kick.
Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35, where even if I fail down there tight in the red zone
I did
on
not
the
do
3,
that.
you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for
I didn't
more
throw it like
touchdowns,
that. I don't know what
kick
just happened.
less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown
Our
festival.
trip around
So
the
you
NFL
won a coin
starts
toss
now
and
at
you get the
Acrisure
ball.
Stadium in Pittsburgh. The Steelers at home to take on the Seahawks in a rematch of Super Bowl 40. And this is Sam Darnold, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Seahawks are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Ramondre Stevenson. He'll take this one in from 2 yards out. The Patriots get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And this is Justin Fields on target to Garrett Wilson. Beautiful throw to the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Jets give Aaron Glenn his first NFL head coaching victory as they get the job done here. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3.
Sam Barton set to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
It's second and inches at the 9-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Murray now. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. Oh, and he will power his way into the end zone. James Conner, touchdown, Arizona. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Cardinals 17.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's Young. This to the right
He
side.
dropped
It's going to wind
it.
up incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Exiting the pocket right. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Great reaction by
Thought
the
I could get
defense.
that.
At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Greg Dortch deep
Oh,
to
that's
return.
not a good punt.
Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Michael Jackson in for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again here to Connor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Murray.
Oh, that was me.
He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
Gonna work Connor in the middle here. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Off balance
caught
throw.
that?
It's complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing Murray. That's the Pro Bowl corner, J.C. Horn.
Let's go.
Past the 40.
2 pick sixes.
To the 20. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
2 pick sixes. Let's go.
The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Right, adds the extra point. And the Panthers will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
At the 37-yard
2nd
line.
and inches.
He should be starting.
The gain of 9 brings up 2nd and inches.
They'll go right back to Connor. Connor's got the 1st down and more. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's an Arizona 1st down. On the zone read, given to Connor. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. Escaping to his left. He'll tuck it and take off.
Someone tackle the
Great
child.
decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
That's good.
First and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
16 more yards. That's another Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Connor. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Again, it'll be Connor. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Down and goal to go.
Here's Murray. Oh, and that
Drop
throw
out of
not
sight.
able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Chad Wyland on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will cut into that lead.
20.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession first and 10.
Come on, back. 52 bull. Ready?
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Michael Walker.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
28-yard line.
Now Young. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On the double.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long.
Oh,
That
what?
may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted.
Oh, I'm killing myself here. I thought it was man, and I thought I had it. Yeah, I thought it was man. I didn't realize the zone.
And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
At the 38.
Murray will throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 35, here's second down and 7.
35-yard line.
To throw is Murray. Taking off, and a nice run close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end. Third and inches. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 27.
On the give. This is Connor.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now it's Murray. That is rolled in at the 5. And he will score. Game on. Brian McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. They'll let Connor trying to push him across. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener, and you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that called rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. To the right side and corralled by Thielen. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here we go. Here we go.
Young hands it to Hubbard. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun, it's Young.
Oh, why was that red?
Incomplete on 3rd.
I was off on that. I thought he was going to cut right there. He made that. Oh, was I pressured? Was that why?
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Arizona will take its 1st timeout. Clock will stop. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
To throw is Murray. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. 2nd and 10.
To James Conner. of a yard. Brings up second down at the 37.
Throwing again is Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Final minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking from the shotgun, it's Murray. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4.
Murray.
What was that
He'll
move?
step up and run. He'll
Game's
get a dozen
cheating.
out of that one.
I think the game has decided we're not winning this. Look at this. What?
Pulling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. Second down, Murray. Forced out to his right. Now he'll run. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go. Now Murray.
Whatever.
This is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. At the throw is Murray. That's going to be...
Yeah, Kyle Murray becomes
2
Superman.
points.
I don't understand.
Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Chad Wyland to kick off for Arizona.
On the return, here comes Blackshear.
Raheem Blackshear on the return.
Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here is 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
I just couldn't find my play I wanted.
Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun. Young. That's into the hands of McMillan on the slant. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Young.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
To the right side, he finds McMillan.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here, where this might be one final heave to the end zone.
At the Cardinals' 39-yard line.
So here is Matthew Wright on now in a big spot. This to force overtime. This one is...
We did it.
Good.
We're going to overtime.
And the Panthers will tie up the game. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown in the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Dortch now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Cardinals offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. James Conner, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. On play action, Murray. That'll be taken in by Conner. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of
Birds in the
one,
Superman.
scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10.
Now Murray. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. McBride is the motion man. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
They'll run with Conner. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
James Conner, the ball carrier. The tackle by Christian Rosepool. It's a pickup
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. He's got room at the 30.
Hey, y'all gotta
And
cheat.
they
Y'all gotta
finally
block.
catch up with him, but it's a big...
It wouldn't let me. Hold on. It wouldn't let me get past. Like it just made me stop right there.
Taking it into the red zone. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And he won't try to risk much.
This game wants me to lose. Why? Look at this.
Sliding down a gain of 3. 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, Murray. There he goes again.
The game wants me to
Get
lose.
into the end zone.
He's becoming Superman. What? Look at this dude. He's like, I'm stupid. Let me turn. I swear to God, the Titanic can turn faster.
Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
To throw is Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Throw, 52. Watch out now. 50 series. Black open. Blue striker. Hut, hut.
From the gun here on 3rd down.
Oh
It's
my
Young.
God.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Come on. Hut.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
He's got his tight end, Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Now Young. And it's intercepted.
Of course, this game is
Ceiling.
rigged.
That's the safety, Buda Baker.
The game is rigged.
And he is going to score. It's a shocking finish here in overtime. This game is over. So it's a win.
The game
for
is
Cardinals.
rigged.
They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters. Able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory.
Damn, I had X. I had X and A. I hate how this game is rigged. The game is really fucking rigged, and it's unplayable. See this one. Look at this. What should have been a sack, and he just does this impossible fucking move. I wish I could bump into my line like that. Just goes to show right there. game decides you're not winning this football game. Like every time we had him stop, the man turns into Superman.
You can also make your own custom offer instead by editing contract details.
Look at Kyle Murray, 17 rushes, 210 rushing yards on us. That's just insane. Sorry, I'll play more of this in the morning.